effective way of reducing future GHG emissions, MTC's refusal to study an alternative like that shows its unwillingness to be a leader in the field of climate change or climate protection. Thank you.
Thank you, David. Cheryl Ellerby is next, followed by Mary Isaacs and Marge Todd. Is Cheryl here? Hello. You're third, Marge. Yes, Ms. Cheryl?
Well, I kind of wanted to talk about the transportation because, like, I'm in high school and I have to catch the bus from Marin City to Larkspur. And when I leave like 30 minutes early, because I use a bus pass, and I leave 30 minutes early, I'm still late. So I just want to know, like, can we change something with the transportation? Because they run like every hour if you don't have $1 for the bus. Because they provide you guys with U passes and yeah.
Mary Isaacs is next, followed by Marge Todd.
Yeah, Mary Isaacs from San Rafael. I have a couple of comments. The first one I think is just an overall impression. I felt very insulted this evening. I felt insulted because I didn't feel that I was getting really real information about this issue. There were some handouts given to us, but also we were not given enough time to really look at things. We were not given enough time to really formulate questions and have them answered in a substantive way. I was very insulted by some of the presenters who were rushing us through, who spoke over questioners, who did not answer questions that were posed to them. I felt like we were being treated like we didn't know anything about anything that was going on and that we had no intelligence. I really felt that way. Also, particularly about the communities, the complete communities. I still have not one clue as to what that means. We were given a short little video presentation or little slide presentation with no explanation of what complete communities meant. And then we were asked to give questions. We were supposed to give questions about something before we knew anything about it. I don't really think that was like completely backwards. So we had a lot of comments that raged across the board, which were good comments, but nothing to address the issue we were supposed to be talking about. So I feel like in some ways this was a great waste of my time, but in other times I've actually learned a great deal of very negative things this evening.
Yeah.
Woo! Marge, followed by Pam Drew and Michelle. Marge.
Actually, I don't know that it's going to do any good to speak to the committee here, but I hope for the sake of some people who aren't really as aware of what's going on, that I might possibly be able to shed a little light on it. I'm not an expert, but I have read up and observed and watched what's going on for several years now under the green, what I call hoax, and I don't even call it a hoax, the green hoax. I have common sense, and I do believe in taking care of our environment. I do recycle, and I do use good sense in what I do with what the planet has provided for us. But this is all a railroading under the guise of green to force us to make moves that are not necessary. Our planet is going through a natural process that the planet goes through on its own with no help from us. We are just not that powerful. There's a powerful source at work that takes care of all these things. And we do have to use common sense, as I said. But we don't need all these drastic steps. And it's only a scam to get us all crammed into little places where we can be controlled better.
Yeah. Yeah! One Bay Area sucks.
Pam, are you here? Okay.
I'm the chairperson for Nevada Community Alliance. Many of our members are here tonight. Is Miriam Chion here? Yes? I read in the IJ that San Rafael's original allocation, housing allocation, was inequitable because of the size of the town compared with the size of Novato, and that was the reason that Novato's allocation was doubled with the alternative scenarios. Let me point out that Novato has no PDAs. Novato has resisted the call for PDAs. Let me point out that San Rafael has 2 PDAs, and we are told that 70%, maybe even 80% of the growth is supposed to go into the PDAs. Now, could that be the reason that Novato got less and San Rafael got more? Could it be some sort of political reason that doubled Novato's numbers? How can you be so politically motivated and expect us to believe your numbers? Your numbers change whenever somebody in political power cries out and says, no, can't do this, it's too much. Well, we don't want density. We don't want high density in our town. Yes. And you're...
Yay! Woo!
Stories that you've been giving us tonight that are so beautifully polished with color pictures, they don't really satisfy us because we know we've already seen it happening in our town and we know what you're going to do the next time. So, think about it.
Social engineering.
Yes!
Is Michelle in the room? Michelle? Okay, followed by Michael Reagan. Sorry.
Yes, I completely agree with the speaker before me. People don't want this. They do not want you to come into their towns and change the personality of those towns with all the little high-rises and people crowded into them, sharing bikes. How many of you want to share a bike? I want to be able to drive to the grocery store. I don't want to have to hop on a bus or get on a footpath that's been put in front of my house. I don't want you guys here. I have 2 boys that are moving out of state. One already has because he doesn't want to stay to see this. So don't kid yourselves. We do not like it. We want you to go away. Go bother some other country. A lot of you people don't know, and I said this in the other room, that the state parks, that they don't have enough money to keep up with, all that money is being funneled into this group out here. So they can force this stuff down your throat.
Yeah.
I don't like it. I don't like that you've run out of time for questions to be answered, and you now have this new system because you've gotten a lot of rebuttals. And the other towns don't like it one bit.
Michael?
Good evening. My name is Michael Wright. I'm here looking at Station C, and there is a question that's posed: how should region accommodate projected growth? And it gives an option of A, B, and C, or D. And D is if you oppose the 3 growth patterns above after you offer your suggestions on how the region can accommodate projected growth. Well, my suggestion is decrease government involvement and control of the economy and communities so that robust organic growth can create jobs and allow local communities to create policies and build housing at fair market rates that negate the need for government-controlled affordable housing mandates by unelected elitist bureaucrats.
Yeah! Woo! Yeah! Ask questions! Yeah! Woo!
We have about 12 more cards here. I'm going to call the next 3. Orlean Kaylee, sorry if I'm mispronouncing this, Fedra Glidden, and Eleanor Sluice. Orlean. I think we're done with, we have enough to, it'll take us, I think, even beyond the clock, so.
There's one right there.
Orlean is here. If you didn't get a chance to make a comment,